So, little discussion for you on what you may ask. Fragrances that I think give off a powdery accord. I managed to find 10 in my collection. You want to know what they are? Well, stay tuned. Meet me on the other side of this intro and we're going to jump right into it. See you soon. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Trey Sense. I was looking at my microphone thinking about adjusting it, but you know, it is what it is because it kind of pulls on my old V-neck or whatever. Anyway, you know who it is. It's your boy Trey Sense, aka LL Cool J, aka Trey Belafonte, aka Trey Pendergrass, whatever you want to call it, baby. It's just your boy Trey Sense. Listen, man, it's Saturday. I hope everybody's having themselves a good weekend. You know what it is. I got a review for you, but before we get into this review, if you like reviewers that are scripted and pretty much read from a teleprompter or whatever and, you know, sit there all perfect and don't make mistakes and bloops and blunders and doesn't have fun with this, you're in the wrong place. But if you're looking for a charming, charismatic dude to just sit down and talk frags with, I'm your guy. So what I need for you to do is go up here in the top, do all that stuff, and find the sub button, hit it, hit that bell, and all the stuff will open up and all of that good stuff. So your notifications and all of that, you know, whatever. Y'all ready for this review? Let's get into. Oh, by the way, I hit 1,400 subs the other day. Big milestone, 100 more from that 1,500 mark, and we may do a giveaway. We get to 1,500, I'm probably going to give something away. Don't hold me to that. We'll just have to see. Now, to this video. This video is about, or this review is about fragrances that give off a powdery accord. Some of them you know are not going to be any strangers. Some of them you'll be heard of. Well, yeah. Most of these you'll already be familiar with. But nonetheless, I like powdery fragrances, and here's why. To me, they go year round. It's never not an occasion to smell fresh and powdery. Winter, summer, spring, fall. Yep, that's what I think. So, no further ado, because we're 2 minutes into this, and I'm tired of rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling. So let's go and score a touchdown. Let's get it. The first one I want to talk to you about is from the House of Dapper, and it is their version of the OG Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Mans before the reformulation. And this is a powdery barbershop type of fragrance. Now, with this one, it is more barbershoppy than it is powdery, but you definitely get the powdery nuance from it. And this is a really good fragrance, y'all. I absolutely like it. You see where the levels are on it right here. And again, you all know I have a massive fragrance collection. So for me to get to a fragrance multiple times, it's pretty good. So must really like this one. And I do. Oh, that smells really, really good, man. That smells good. The newer, if the older version of Le Mans, and I never bought Le Mans, and I'll tell you why later in this video. I'll tell you why I never bought it. And I'm sure some of you are already going, I know why you didn't buy it. But we'll get to that. Nonetheless, this is a great, great fragrance. You guys need to run on over to Dapper, hit Travis up on Facebook, get yourselves a bottle of this, especially if you like that old school vintage formulation of Le Mans. This is nice. Enough said. Powdery, masculine barbershop. And it's hard to make a powdery fragrance masculine. But this is, and I like it a lot. Now, to the reason I never bought Le Mans, I'll go ahead and get that out of the way. My boy Cheapo going, I already knew. That's right, Perry Ellis White. There's no reason, especially with the new formulations. Oh man, I should have put that one from Cuba in here as well. Is it Cuba Gold? Yeah, I think it's Cuba Gold. Yeah, Cuba Gold is also a good clone of Le Mans. I will put the bottle somewhere, probably here, probably here. I think it'll end up right here. I'll show you the bottle of Cuba Gold. It could have easily made this list as well because it is a Le Male clone and a really good one. But the one I went with for years was Perry Ellis 360 White. And that Dapper, that Jean Paul Gaultier has filled the room with 2 or 3 sprays. It is smelling so good in here, and it's just thick. I may wear that as my scent of the day today. Let's get this Perry Ellis in there. It smells really, really good. Really, really close to the new formulations of Le Male, as it's been changed a lot. This is really close. I would suggest overbuying that. You either overbuying the original Le Male that they make now. My suggestion to you is go to Dapper and get that JPG version. Get the Perry Ellis 360 White or Cuba Gold. I don't suggest that you spend the money on Le Male unless you catch it at Burlington or places like that. I have seen several Le Male fragrances popping up at Burlington for $29. And by all means, if you catch it for $29, get it. Get it. But I wouldn't pay a dime more than that for it. Why? Because this is $19 and Cuba is even cheaper than that. So I would not pay a dime over $29 for the OG Le Male because it's just not what it used to be. I have samples. That's how I know, in case you were wondering. This is a good juice. Clean, crisp, powdery. I'll be honest, every time I wear this fragrance, I get unsolicited compliments from both men and women. Real talk. I wore this to the barber shop one day, and everybody in there was like, "Man, you smell good, man!" And it just struck up a great conversation about fragrances. That's how I got turned on to Perry Ellis Red. A guy that was in there was like, "Man," and when I told him what I had on, they was like, "Okay, you need to try that Perry Ellis Red too. It's fire." And I was like, "Okay." So the next time I saw it, I picked it up. Shout out to Big Rob. He used to help him clean the barbershop, come in there after hours and help him sweep up all the hair and stuff. Perry Ellis White, Le Male clone, a better version of Le Male than Le Male. If that makes any sense. But I say again, this stuff has the air in here thick and smelling good. Love it. And it's Dapper's version of Le Male. Great. Great, great, great. Moving along to one that's powdery, but not quite as powdery as the rest. And I just forgot the name of this fragrance, y'all. No, I didn't. I thought I had it right. This is Beijing Nude. Now, it's powdery, but it's not quite as powdery as Le Male, as Perry Ellis 360 White, or as Dapper's version of JPG. Not quite as powdery. It's a different type of powdery. Nonetheless, it is powdery. And this was really, really cheap. I picked this up. Battery's going dead. Imagine that. I picked this up for $12 or $13. It's a good fragrance. I like it. I'm proud to have it in my collection. I don't wear it as often as I should. Levels on it are right about here. But as you see, I have other powdery fragrances that are a little bit better. This one almost leans unisex. I almost want to say a woman could pull this off, but not. Yeah, I think this could be worn by male or female, but it does have a nice powdery nuance to it. Just not maybe straight baby powder, maybe more of a talcum powder, if that makes any sense. But nonetheless, it is powdery. It is masculine. It's not overly masculine. No florals or woods or anything like that. So it's nothing to push it towards a woman, except for the powdery aspect of it. Nonetheless, it's a good smelling fragrance. I like it. I like it a lot. I was told to get that trademark. We're going to see. Nonetheless, good powdery fragrance. Beijing Nude. And I mean, that's a really cheap fragrance. It's $12 or $13 when you can find it. Because Beijing products just, for some reason, the bottom has fallen out of the prices of them. And I know when that boutique opened in the 80s, I think it opened in the 80s. Or when they got, well, I know they were most popular in like the early to mid 80s out in California. Those fragrances were high-end, high-dollar fragrances. So I don't think Nude was around then, but I know the original Beijing was, and which I still have in my collection, and it's a good fragrance. Another powdery fragrance. This is powdery with a little bit of spice, and I'm gonna put this on skin. And this is Touch by Burberry. And again, this is one that is not going to be your most powdery fragrance, but you will pick up on some powder in there. Very clean, spicy, with just a little bit of powder. I've seen some reviewers review this and some kind of way get aquatic. I don't get no aquatic. Slightly powdery, probably the least powdery fragrance on there, but you will pick up on some powdery nuances. More or less clean, spicy with just a hint of powdery. But I needed the 10th fragrance, so I chose this one. Again, not the most powdery, more clean and spicy, maybe even fresh, but not necessarily aquatic. Slightly powdery. And I say that again because I don't want you to buy this thinking it's a powder bomb. I don't want you to stay away from it thinking it's a powder bomb, because it's not, but you will definitely pick up on a little hint of powder in there. A lot of spice. I like it. That's Burberry Touch. That is a hard word to say. Burberry. I know we pronounce it wrong over here in the States. It's Burberry, but we always say Burberry. Now, these next ones are definitely powdery. So I'm gonna get to another cheapie real quick. Don't laugh. But again, I guess Lamal set the standards for powdery fragrances. So a fragrance from the house of Ford Mustang, and it is Mustang Performance. And this, again, ladies and gents, and I'm gonna put this on skin. I always have to find an atomizer because I don't want to spray myself in the face. Another Lamal clone. And you may be saying, Trey, why do we need all these Lamal clones? Okay, you don't. I bought it because of the price. And then when I got it home and sprayed it, realized it was a Lamal clone. But at that time, I was just trying to expand my collection. It was even before I started reviewing. I was just trying to expand my collection, get some things in my collection. So I bought this. I'm glad to have it in there because this day and time, I don't see it a whole lot, so I'm glad to have it. Another Lamal clone. Now, it's different than Lamal. It's more spicy, and I think the lavender is turned up in it a little bit more, so it's got that spicy barbershop powdery type of feel to it. Definitely powdery, but more spicy. This may be the spiciest one out of all that I have out here. The House of Ford Mustang Performance. I mean, the top is just a no-no. That's just horrible. But other than that, the bottle is pretty solid. Simple black bottle with Mustang Performance on it. I like it. Now, we're getting into these next 5 are top-notch. And Monaco Profumo. Sexy, date night, powdery goodness. I mean, just a sexy, sexy fragrance. I like it. I like it a lot. I really enjoyed this fragrance. I think it smells really, really good. I'm not going to waste the spray by spraying it in the air because it can be a little expensive, to me anyway. I think I paid $69 for a gift set of this, and it came with a 30 mil, which I sold to my boy J. Cole, Justin Cole Banks, our Baltimore big man. Sold it to him and got a lot of my money back. I think I got like $30 back, and I think the whole set was like 69 or 70. So I did pretty good on this. This is a great smelling fragrance. I really, really like it. Good date night fragrance. Any time of the year, you can wear this fragrance. Good date night. Monaco Profumo. Definitely powdery. This next one, I actually got on the same trip as that one. Valentino Uomo Intense. Love this bottle. Absolutely beautiful. Irisy, powdery goodness here. Love this fragrance. Nothing else to say about it. I think I got this for $59 for the 100 mil. And I was happy to get it. I actually picked this up at TJ Maxx in Brentwood, Tennessee. Was on a trip. Picked it up in Brentwood. And it's funny because I got this at Nordstrom's Rack. And the two stores are right down the, matter of fact, they're neighbor. Now that I think about it, I think they're neighbor. So you come out of one and go a few steps and into the other. I got the Armani Code at Nordstrom's Rack, and I got this one at TJ Maxx, believe it or not. And the funny thing about it was they didn't hardly have anything in the TJ Maxx, but they had this, and they had the IDL Cologne by Guerlain. So I picked them both up and ran out of the store. I was extremely happy to get this, and I do love this fragrance. Great for date night, powdery, springtime, summertime, wintertime, whenever you want to wear this, office. Just a good, clean, powdery scent. Valentino, one more intense. Okay, 3 more. Carolina Herrera Sexy Man. 212 Sexy Man. Is it 212? Yeah, 212 Sexy Man. And I sprayed this on. Definitely a powdery fragrance. This is a good scent. Excuse me if I'm bumping the mic, but my chest is itching. This is a good scent. And again, I stirred up a little controversy by saying I picked this up for $24. I did. It was on clearance at TJ Maxx. I had washed it in Ross. It was on clearance at Ross. It marked it down from like 39 to 29, and it didn't move. So, or 30. I think it was 39 to like 34, and then 30, and then finally I saw it at 24, and I was like, bet. So I jumped on it, grabbed it. Glad to have it. Love the magnetic cap on this. Carolina Herrera fragrances are really, really good. Good quality scent here. Nice. Semi-spicy, powdery fragrance. I enjoy it. Like it a lot. Carolina Herrera 212 Sexy Man. This next one is one I actually made a trip to Huntsville to get to Burlington. Found it. Was happy to get it. Paid for it. Ran up out of the store smiling. Prada Black. Sexy, sexy, sexy powdery right here. Again, a year-round type of scent. I wouldn't necessarily wear this in the highest heat of the day, but I would definitely wear this in the spring, summer, winter, or fall, regardless of the temperature. I just would stay away from the high heat because I'm not sure how that powdery aspect in it is going to react with the sun and the heat. It's just, I have different fragrances to wear in those type of occasions. However, if I wanted to wear this in June, I would definitely wear it. I'd definitely pull it out and would be fine and be comfortable doing that. I think it'll smell good on your skin. I think you'll be just fine doing it. Prada Luna Rosa Black. I am super proud to have this in my collection, y'all. I mean, giddy about this. Last but not least, another one from the house of Prada, and it is similar to Le Male as well, and it is Luna Rosa Sport. Common theme here, powdery, clean. Very proud of this one as well. Picked this one up at the same Burlington I got that one from. Picked this one up around my birthday. I got that one just a few weeks ago. I haven't even worn it yet. Nonetheless, this is a great fragrance. And I love the bottle design by Prada. You know, I like the theme with all the bottles. I mean, to me, this is what a company should do when they have a line. You should be able to tell that it's part of this line. You know, and I really, really like that. I think that it's classy. I paid the same amount for these, even though this one is 100 and this one is 50. Still paid the same amount for them. I was hoping to find this in 100 ml for this price, which was $49.99. But I think this one is a little bit newer of a release, so paid a little bit more for it. But this is a banger of a scent, and so is this one. Both of them powdery, goodness, great fragrances. All right, guys, that concludes our video for today. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Let me know if you have a hidden gem powdery fragrance out there that's your go-to. Let me know how you wear your powdery fragrances. Do you put a little baby powder on your chest with them, a little talcum powder, or do you have a way that you wear your powdery fragrances? Just revisiting that Burberry. Again, I need to reiterate on that. If you buy that Burberry, it's not going to be the most powdery. It is definitely the least powdery of the scent, and it's maybe even a reach to call it a powdery fragrance. I just want to be clear. But it's got just a hint of powderiness in there. Maybe that's lavender that's giving it that, but it's something that runs along the bottom of it that makes me pick up on just a little bit of a powdery. Now, it is the least powdery of the two. I want to reiterate that with Burberry Touch, okay? So I don't want y'all buying that because you think it's powdery, and I don't want you not buying it because you don't like powdery scents. So, okay, now back on track. Again, it's Saturday, man. I hope y'all have a great day. Thank you all for tuning in to this video and always being the best part of my channel. Always feel free to comment in the comments below. That's what they're there for. Let me know what your powdery fragrances are. Let me know how you wear your powdery fragrances or when you wear your powdery fragrances. With that being said, you know what I got to do? I got to end this video, piece it together, edit it, create a thumbnail, and put it up so y'all can watch it. So until tomorrow, peace, y'all. Have a blessed day. Love you.